Welcome back to Unreal Golf, you guys. Today's video is for MLM2Pro launch monitor users playing on GSPro, and all of us know about the MLM2Pro's biggest issue, which is short chips reading, and I have the best, quickest, and cheapest fix for you guys, and I'm going to get right into it. Here it is. And I'll link these two products in the description, and all you got to do is plug this into your computer, and you'll have an instant fix. Let me explain it to you real quick, you guys. So this right here is the Springbok connector that we all use to connect the MLM2Pro to GSPro. Now when I start it up, sometimes I have issues finding my launch monitor, and this is all connection based, you guys. So if you're having issues connecting to the Springbok connector, or you're having issues with your data being transferred over to this, the issue is actually the connection, you guys. So right now I actually can't even find my launch monitor whatsoever. So here's your fix right here, you guys. This right here is a USB extender. It's 10 feet long, and I'll have this linked in the description. But this is just a simple USB 3.0 extender, and I'm going to plug this into my computer. Mine is 10 feet long, so it gives me a little bit of room to work with. And the other product that you're going to need is this Bluetooth extender. I'm using the one by TP-Link. There's other options that you can use, but I'll link this one for you as well. And so what you're going to do is just plug this into the other end of your USB extender, and you're going to put this right next to your launch monitor. And I'm even going to move my computer back over to where I like to keep it typically, because now I have so much more room to work with. So you're just going to place this end right next to your MLM2Pro. Anywhere close to it is fine. I like to just get it as close as I can to the unit. And then you can see as soon as I go to set up the Springbok connector, that RSSI, which is your connection number, mine's at -48. Now, if you don't use one of these extenders, you've probably never seen -48. -48 is probably the best I've ever gotten, but typically this is right around -50 to -55 for me now with this simple fix. It gets me connected way faster. It stays connected. I'm not having any disconnects whatsoever now, and the short chips are incredible. So here we are at Georgia Country Club, and I am going to do a little test for you guys, and I'm not going to cut any of these clips when I start chipping, just to show you if there are any disconnects. You'll be able to see them. You might have one or two here or there if you try to do something really, really short, but for the most part, you guys, the chipping is completely fixed. And so I think what the issue is just it's a connection issue. If your RSSI is like -90 or -85 even, I'm pretty sure the data is just not getting to the computer. So we're going to do a little test here, and we're going to see how well this has actually worked, and hopefully this can help you guys out too. All right, guys, so let's get going. I do want to state first and foremost, I'm not using the Callaway balls. Mine are super worn out, and I haven't got any new ones yet, but I am using the ball dots on a Titleist Pro V1, and I think they read just as well. I'll get the occasional misread, but I'd say that's probably 1 in every 100 shots. It's very, very good. Impressive replacement, so I'll be using that for the test today. And I'm not going to make any more cuts here, but I'm just going to get into some of these chips. So 28 yards we should have no, so 28 yards here we should have no issues. And we don't. That one carried 9.7 yards, and it's rolling down that hill right there. My computer's a little slow. Not exactly sure why, so it might lag a little bit, but we should get all these shots registering here, guys. Blue lights on, just like we should expect. That one carried 9.2, so almost the same. And already I'd kind of consider that a fairly short chip, 9.2 yards. Try and go a little further. I'd love to recreate the Tiger chip, but it's not super realistic. 14 yards, reading with absolutely no problem. Let's do one more at this distance, and then we'll get a little closer too. Blue light's going off, everything's hitting the computer, no problem. Okay, so longer chips, no problem. Let's see if we get a bit closer. All right, so this one is 17 yards, but since this is downhill, we're going to have to land this pretty short, right? That one's 8 yards. And it's still reading. No reads yet. Let's go, same thing. Let's go even shorter. That one barely got past the screen. 5.5 yards. Okay, so we're even shorter. I'm not even going to focus on trying to get close to the hole anymore. I'm just going to show you some really short chips now, just to see if we can actually get some no reads. So I'm going to try and land this one just to the screen right here. And so that's going to give us about 9 feet. A little bit further than that. But, okay, we did have a no read. The blue light did go off. Our connection is minus 52. So the connection's still strong. But that one did not read. That was about the same distance. And this one did read. Look at that, 3.5 yards. 3.5 yards is super short. I know a lot of people that say they already can't even do that. But I'm going to try and push it and go even shorter here. That was before my screen. 2.7 yards. I'm not sure why that one didn't read, but 2.7 yards is pretty impressive. That's about 8 feet, and it's exactly 8 feet to my screen, actually. So 1, it's accurate, and 2, the data is actually getting to my computer. That one just barely hit my screen as well. 2.7. And what I think is crazy too is that I can actually get this even before my screen and still have it read. Even though 8 feet is the minimum with the MLM2Pro, it's possible that I could get this to read even shorter. That one bounced about 1.5 feet short of my screen. 2.4, and we got it to read. Let's see if we can get even shorter. Okay, no green light, or no blue light on that one, excuse me. So I didn't expect that one to read. That's just a little bit short, and that's just because the display window is a little bit short. So maybe if we did like a really long backswing and kind of held on to it, then we could do really short. Yeah, that one actually looks like it read. Okay, no. That was a bit too short. I tried to go about 6 feet. Oh, it actually did. 2.2. Just a slight delay. My computer's going a little bit slow, like I said. But 2.2. I've gotten as low as 1.7 reading. No, that one didn't read either. Too quick of a chip. And I know a lot of times people have issues with bump and runs too. So I'm going to go with a lower lofted wedge here. We're going to go with a 50 degree. And I'm just going to try and do like a bump and run. I got a blue light, and yes, that did read. So hopefully you're already seeing that this is an instant fix. There are no downloads to be done, no firmware updates, nothing like that. You just plug it in and it works. Another bump and run there. Look at that, 4 yards. So we're barely carrying this past the screen, and we're keeping it low, and it's still reading. That one probably only went about 10. Yeah, about 10 feet. Just a really easy bump. So you can definitely get these short, lower shots to read now. That one only landed about 10 feet as well. Just over 9. So that's it for the test, you guys. I know the video got a little long since I didn't cut anything, but if you made it this far, hopefully that fix helps you guys. It's really helped my experience with the MLM2Pro. Now I don't have to worry about disconnects on GSPro, and the chips are 1,000% better. so many less no reads. I get virtually none in the middle of a round because I almost never need a really short carry chip. But if I do need it, now I know that it's going to read. It's a lot less frustrating. So if you were struggling at all with connection or chips with the MLM2 Pro and you're running GSPro, give this fix a try. You should see a massive improvement in your connection and in your chips overall. So thank you so much for being here. And if it's your first time, welcome to Unreal Golf. My name is Sandro, and I'll see you next time.